What is up, everyone? Guys, listen up. If you clicked on this video, that means you're absolutely in love with our creators, like myself, and you really want to get better, or should I say, you want to be one of the best in the game, right? And that is essentially what you are going to get from this video. I'm going to show you guys some really cool advanced PvP mechanics that will take your gameplay to the next level. And honestly, you should be using these, because when you go against somebody that isn't, yeah, you will have a huge advantage. Once you see it, and especially once you master these, you're going to be destroying people, man. Like, it is a completely different ball game. And for all of those things, I will have examples that took place obviously in 1v1s or whatever it's going to be in the PvP environment. Buckle up. This is it right here. Now, the first technique we're going to look at is going to be the slide into the roll while shooting. And this is absolutely insane. Let's just say, you know, there's somebody around this area right here. So what you want to do is slide and shoot and roll at the same time. I'm going to showcase that again, and then I'm going to show you an actual in-game example of this clip. It's not going to be with the shotgun, it's going to be with the Pharaoh. These are the two weapons that can perform this really well. It doesn't work with like full auto weapons. These deal a lot of damage per shot. Let's take this guy as a target, right? I'm going to sprint, slide, and boom, take the shot. Now, what this does is that it's very hard for them to hit you, which means that you're going to be staying alive much easier, but you're dealing a lot of damage with the shot. First of all, you need to sprint, then you need to go into a slide, then into a roll, but the roll and shot need to be pressed at the same time. So once again, we're going to slide, aim, and take the shot. This is very tough to play against. Now, sometimes you hear that there's two shots. It doesn't shoot twice, it makes a sound, but in general, this is going to be very strong. Another way you can utilize the slide and roll is like if you're sliding, you take a shot and then jump back into cover. Oh, so much better. Not even in the same realm of gaming. Okay, now let's talk about something that I like to call the slide bait. Okay, so let's say there's a player. We're gonna need some kind of cover, I guess. Okay, there's a player over here, for example, right? And I'm behind this car, so I'm kind of like a little bit like, you know, a little bit like, I know, but I don't know. You know what I mean? So what do I do in this case? Well, what I like to do is kind of slide out and then roll back out. And a lot of the times, people will think that I'm kind of sliding out, so they'll peek or they will take the shot, which then gives away the position. And also notice that our roll is like pretty long, so I can get back into cover right away. I use this a lot to bait people out, to kind of figure out where their position is. Now, it is a dangerous technique because if you are like against 3 people and you slide and you're rolling, if they all hit you together, they could kind of cook you up a little bit. But in 1v1 situations, it really does work, and it is very, very strong at the same time. Now, what you can do is as you're sliding, you can already turn midway if you want to and start kind of looking the way you're going to be rolling to make it a little bit easier. Or the more advanced version is like you're going to slide, gather information, and then kind of roll back in to cover. Okay, but now let's talk about peak shooting. So what is peak shooting, right? And how does it work in this specific game, and where are the little bit of issues with it? So let's say this is a big ass wall, whatever, and that's a player. So the thing is, when you're behind a wall, the player completely doesn't see you. This can be utilized in a huge way. You see, what happens is if you quickly peek, take a shot, and then like go back behind cover, because of just how the game registers everything, they don't even see you most of the time. Or should I say, they don't even have that kind of human reaction to kind of react to it in a way, because there is a slight delay there. And you'll see a lot of people utilize this to win their encounters. I am going to show you guys a very good example of this when I got into some crazy situation with my shotgun as well to win an absolutely insane 1v1, as you will see here. But before we showcase that clip, there is a few things that you need to know about peak shooting as well, because sometimes it can be very inconsistent. And what causes that is, so right here, you will see that the aim is kind of on his head, right? But in reality, it's not. if you look right under the weapon, you see that it's kind of still on this metal plate, okay? So if I take a shot here, you see this, right? It hits this instead of that guy. So a lot of the times people think that they're peek shooting, but in reality, they're really not. So what you want to do is kind of stay a little bit away. This is what I like to do. And then boom, look at that. Everything now is on that guy. You got to get used to that. You got to have the right angle, the right distance from the corner that you're peeking. Now, that's not to say that this doesn't work. It does work, right? But you have to go out a little bit more. You can also utilize this technique as well. So let's showcase that. You quickly move out, but you have to move out to the point where all of it is aiming at that person. Once again, aim down sights, peek, take a shot, go back in. This will get you a lot of wins in PvP, okay? A lot of them. Fucking trash. Absolutely insane, cracked out of my mind. Now, another way you can use the slide for gunplay is without the roll. So if you're getting away from somebody, you took some damage, right? You don't want to like turn around like this. I mean, you could, but I always try to make it harder for the enemy to hit me, right? And in that case, what I like to do is as I'm sprinting, I'll slide, I'll turn around, and as I'm sliding, I can take the shot. Now, I'm going to show you guys this on this dummy, and you will see that you don't necessarily have to fully wait for the scope to kind of zoom in to become smaller. It will still hit their target. So if I'm kind of running away from this guy, I move around, I slide, I aim down sight, boom. I don't need to directly fully wait for that to change. I can just wait for a little bit and then boom, take a shot, and it still hits the target while you're sliding, which is really cool. And this has won me quite a few encounters. Whoa! You can also use the slide in order to use items to not slow you down. This is especially true if you're like running away from someone downhill. You just move around, kind of start sliding and using the heel, and you win a lot of time. The momentum is there. And keep in mind, while you're sliding, watch the stamina. It actually comes back, right? That's the cool thing. That's why you want to implement this when you're moving around the map as well. If you pay attention, while I'm sliding, my stamina keeps coming back. It's not like it's getting wasted from the slide, right? And in this situation, if you're going down here, you want to, let's say, pop a adrenaline shot. You're boom, sliding down, adrenaline shot is in. Now you have infinite, stamina. You're moving around like an absolute madman. Jump in, like jump out. And by the way, make sure to hop into the streams on YouTube, man. Like, I play this game every day now. We're streaming, we're live every day. We get into some crazy situations, 1v1s, 1v2s, 1v3s, and we had some absolutely insane clutches just a few days ago. It's been a blast. This game has been absolutely incredible. And if you want to learn a lot about PvP and how to get better at PvP, make sure to hop in. We have a super chill community. It's always a good time as well. And we always try to put on a show. So I would love to see every single one of you guys live on stream. If you guys did enjoy this video, and only if you did, slap the like, sub to the channel. We always go for the all-in plays. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm being over encumbered and I gotta extract like that, we're not backing down, man. We're going all in. We seek greatness all the time, okay? That's what it's all about. So once again, thank you so much for all the love and support. Stay positive, stay disciplined, and I'll see you all on the next one.